Yeah, that's what I just fixed.
Oh yeah, it's not loading.
Yeah, I fixed
Well,
it.
that wasn't the problem. They just couldn't hear you.
Well, yeah, because imagine that now my levels are all gone to hell. But now they show really good. So I'm going to go with my levels are good. I see my red thing moving. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Yeah, it's breaking.
All right, we're
I
good to
heard you.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right,
Sorry about
so
that.
where were we? Johnny good, Primate okay,
Primate's good.
Avison
Everything's
really
super.
good, Battle
You were a fan
Mastery
of Battle Mastery.
okay,
Yeah, it's whatever.
Boonweaver depending on enchantment you have,
Yeah, it depends on your deck. Congregate
Conjugate
is.
no, and now we're on Sliver.
Yeah, so constructing
Yeah.
sliver. All your guys are banished priests. We went over that.
If you have like 3 slivers, that's okay, but if this sliver dies, that ability goes away.
Right. So they just get their guys back.
Yeah. Yep.
If they're exiled,
Mm-hmm.
and what exiled them hasn't left the field yet.
I guess we're gonna have to look that up because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to ask a judge. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure. It seems like they should get their guys back when the one who banished them dies.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. If that's how it is, then this is still decent.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to pay. I think in general, I don't want to pay 5 mana for a 3/3.
No, I would never.
Because I used to be able to play 3 mana for a 2/2 that did this.
Yeah.
So have as much for 1 less power toughness. Yeah, that was pretty good in limited. This is probably not. You'll probably play it in sealed because it's a slow format. You might get like 2 or something. I don't know, which would be sweet. They do stack.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking forward to? Dauntless River Marshal.
You still haven't given your rating.
I give it like a D plus.
A D plus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm actually gonna go a little higher than you. C minus. I think it's like half playable, and for sealed specifically, I think he's okay. He's not great.
Depends on how many slivers you have. That's where he goes.
Well, I don't even like looking at this. Just a 3/3 that banishes a guy for a while. I think it's okay.
Well, to me, it just doesn't seem like it's right. So.
All right, that's fair.
All right. Dauntless River Marshal. Human soldier. Yes. 2/1 for 2. Yes. If you have an island. 3/2 for 2. Yes.
It's also got a pretty good ability.
Yeah.
3 and a blue, tap a creature.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know this, but tapping stuff for an ability has had a
good.
long history of being very powerful. So
I give him a solid B.
Yeah,
he's not a bomb that wins you the game, but you definitely want to put 1 or 2 of him in a deck if you are going white and blue.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if you're relying on all your colors, you put this one in the hybrid pile.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking at if you want to play a certain color or not, you can put like the white blue this in there with that.
Yep.
If you're just in white, it's fine. Like it's a 2-1 for 2. Okay. You'll play it, not be happy. But if you're in blue, this card's sick. Like, the sickness.
Nope, I definitely am a fan. So I give it a good B. I do.
I'm gonna say C, just because. Sure, if you want to play blue-white, I'll do it, but I don't think it's B status. It's like, yes, this is a nice little added bonus that I get if I play blue and white. I don't know if it's what I want to go blue-white for. It's really good, though. So I'll go like B+. This is certainly, C+. This is certainly much better than just a random 2/2 for 2. So,
yep.
In blue-white, obviously.
Hold on.
What's wrong?
Is Braden crying upstairs?
I don't know. You're still really quiet.
No, I just turned around for a sec. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Devouring Light. It's a first one. We get to see Convoke back. Yeah, you can only really convoke 1.
No, if you have white creatures, you can do the whole thing.
Yeah, if you have white, but
sure.
You know,
are you gonna play this in a non-white deck?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, instant. And exile target attacking or blocking creature, and you can actually use your own creatures to cast this.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Especially in limited. This is going to be pretty awesome. Good white removal. That's exile. Because exiling is better than destroying, and especially if you have like an indestructible creature.
Yeah. or something that has like when it dies
Okay.
effect. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, like, even if I'm just looking at this as one white, I think
Yep.
it's still better than Divine Verdict, because Divine Verdict's 4 mana.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the times, if you're in, a heavy white deck, this isn't actually a problem for the mana.
Yeah.
And you just get cheaper Divine Verdict. Honestly, most of the time you're gonna have like a 2-drop. So it's like a 2 mana Divine Verdict. It's really good.
Yeah.
This is a B.
Yeah, this is a solid B.
Yeah. I don't think it's any higher, but it's certainly not lower.
No, it's
Like,
not lower, but it's definitely one of those cards that you're gonna play, and it's gonna be a solid card.
Yep, it's really good. I
Yep.
think Convoke in general is a powerful mechanic, and this is just something good to be doing with it.
Yep, I do love me some Convoke.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm glad to have it back.
Yeah, especially with quarter calling.
Yep. All right. Next card, Divine Favor. It's a reprint. It's a okay aura. Plain and simple. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst. It's a filler card.
Yeah, it's like if you have a high power, low toughness creature, you can put this on it. You'll be happy about it, but it's not very common.
Nope.
You're not usually like, oh yeah, I get Divine Verdict, second pick.
Divine Favor, you mean?
Or yeah, Divine Favor. Some idiot passes to me.
No, that's one of the last cards you take, basically.
Yeah, it's a D. It's
Yep.
in the D area for me.
So
it's playable.
Ephemeral Shields. Ephemeral Shields. It's a Convoke. Target creature gains indestructibility till end of turn.
Ugh.
When you can tap that creature that they're trying to kill to actually basically help cast this.
You can't do that.
That's pretty awesome.
I think this is not good though.
It's not the greatest, but if it depends on what you see. I mean, it's a sideboard card, I would say. If someone's got a lot of removal that you're playing against, you bring this in and they can't remove it.
That's reasonable. Like it saves a big creature if you've got one. Like if you've got your Star Angel and your Avacyn down, this can protect it. It says like for this rate for 2 mana, I want to give it +1/+1 and indestructible.
No, I definitely get that.
Yeah. I guess Convoke is there instead of the +1/+1, but I think for what is it, the green one, Mortal Obstinacy or something?
Yeah.
Like the +1/+1 was the reason that the card was pretty decent. I give indestructible, but it also let your guys trade up. Yeah. This just doesn't do that. It's like, all right, I'll block. I'll trade this card for some life instead of the dude I already played.
Yeah.
Not great.
I mean, it's still solid though. I mean, if they're attacking you with like a 4/2 and you have a 2/2 out, and you can cast this on top of the 2/2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's certainly good in that situation.
Yep.
But it's not very common. So it's like, yeah, okay, instead of our guys trading, I trade this for it.
No, I get you. Trust me. I give it like a C-.
It's like D- for me. I don't want to play this.
I will probably play it at least once.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably play it at least once. I just don't want to.
First response. For an enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep, if you lost life this turn, put a 1/1 white soldier onto the battlefield. Yeah.
So it's the beginning of each upkeep, which is relevant. So that's helpful. Someone pointed out that with Mana Confluence, this is make a 1/1 every turn. That seems pretty powerful.
Yeah.
4 mana though? I don't know.
Assemble's 5.
Yeah, but Assemble does this without you having to lose life. Yeah. And it just snowballs even faster.
Is it a limited card? Probably.
Is it though?
Yeah, I'd have to test
you're gonna be like, I'm just thinking about it, like, so when you're probably gonna be taking damage when you have all the 1/1s out is when they have flyers, and you're not gonna beat flyers with the random 1/1s. That doesn't happen.
No, it depends. Like, I give it a solid C.
Yeah.
It's playable.
I feel
yes.
like I'm the negative person here.
I said it's playable, but is it like something I go after? No.
I don't think it's playable. I think it's pretty bad.
No, the next card.
Just use something to enable it. I can't see a situation where I'm like, oh yeah, I get to make 1/1s only if I'm taking damage.
Well, next card is definitely gonna be playable.
Yeah, I wanna make sure people know this one isn't D.
No, I give it a C. So. All right, Geist of the Moors, flying 3/1 for 3.
Yeah.
Yep. It's automatically playable in my book.
Yeah. I mean, just 3 power flyer for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Sure. It's not great. It's fine.
It does its
This
job.
one will die to that black card that gives all black creatures -1/-1, which sucks. But you know what? A lot of flyers die to that card, so we're just gonna go with it. The stats, I mean, like 3 power for 3 mana on a flyer is really good.
Yeah,
This
no, I like it.
Yeah.
C plus.
Yeah, that's fine. C plus. I don't think it's a B. Well, I don't know. I might go to just C. It's a decent card. You'll play it. You'll be okay with it. But you're not like, oh yeah, I got there. I gotta play white because I got a 3/1 flyer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go C.
C. I'd give it C plus.
Sure.
All right, you got the next one. You got the next few. So.
Sure. So his Pilgrim is a 2/1. Sorry, a 1/2 for 3 mana.
Tonight, too?
Mute your mic, dude. It's a 1/2 for 3 mana. When Healer's Pilgrim enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an aura card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. It's Stoneforge Mystic for 1 extra mana, but it only gets enchantments. Oh, sorry, auras, which is even worse.
Well, I mean, there's a decent amount of auras in here, so.
How many good ones? We haven't seen a good one yet.
We haven't seen a good one.
I mean, Battle Mastery is better than the other one, I think.
Yeah, Battle Mastery is an aura. It's a thing.
Yeah, Oppressive Raise is an aura, but I think Oppressive Raise is pretty bad.
And Divine
Divine
Favor is whatever, so.
Yeah, I just looked through white. There's like 3. I think the card's pretty bad.
Marked by Honor is not a bad one.
Marked by Honor?
Yeah.
There's one. +2/+2 Vigilance. Yeah, I mean, it's decent.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to play it that much, though. I just feel like...
I'm just saying, I give it like a D. It's not...
Yeah, that one's playable.
So, next one, go for it.
Hushwing Griff. We talked about this card before the show, Pat and I did.
We're going to have wide differences in opinions on this one.
Yeah, I think this card's good. I don't know how good it's going to be in limited. There's not a lot of enter the battlefield effects, but just as like a 2/1 flyer for 3 that has flash, I'm down. Our difference of opinions happens with Modern and Legacy. I don't think it's going to be that great. He does, but we'll talk about that maybe next week.
Yeah, I call it Turpor on a stick, so we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I give it a solid B.
Yeah, this is like a C plus for me. I'm going to play it. I'm going to be very happy that it's in my deck, but I'm not like veering into white to play it. Like, yeah, okay, 2/1 for flash. That has it certainly does have an upside because we've already seen like 3 cards that it kind of stifles the triggers on, so that's good. But is it enough to bump it up to a B? I don't really know. Not for me. I think a C plus. I'm certainly happy to have this card though. Yeah. So Kinsbell Skirmisher is a reprint from Lorwyn, I think. Yeah, that's right. It's a reprint from Lorwyn.
Yeah.
Is a Tifkin soldier. We're going with that little soldier theme. Pay attention for those. There's a card later on that matters for it.
Yep.
It's a 2/2 for 2. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's not a combat trick. If it had flash, it would be sick. But it's certainly good. Like if you've got a 1-drop where you draw this thing late, you can certainly use the +1/+1 ability.
Yep.
Or at worst, it's like it enters the battlefield as a 3/3 and then it goes away. It's still 2/2 for 2.
Yep.
So, what do you think about this card?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's playable.
You liked it in Lorwyn Draft, yeah?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, I bet.
And I played it in Lorwyn Draft.
I bet you did. Lorwyn is when I started Magic, so I do have some of these. I just never drafted with them, so I'm excited to get the chance. It should be pretty sweet. I'm definitely giving this card like a C plus. It's very good.
I give it a B minus.
B minus? Yeah, I think it's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I veer into white to play it, but a B minus really isn't something that you just have to play. It's like, all right, that would be nice. So I think a C plus or a B minus is pretty accurate. For
nope, it's good. Like I really do enjoy it. Marked by Honor, another aura.
Yep.
Go for it.
So for 4 mana, you can give your guy +2/+2 in Vigilance. If it were an equipment that did this and had like a quick cost of 3, I'd be down. Like I'd be like, all right, this is good. I just hate auras, and Theros hasn't really changed my mind on this. I think auras are still bad.
Auras are fine. Like I'm good with them. I can roll with some of them. I mean, if I need good filler, I go with it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean they're decent filler, and I think this one specifically is pretty decent. +2/+2 in Vigilance is good. It's hard to blow it in combat just because it does give it pretty decent stats.
Yeah.
And Vigilance is a very useful ability. It's just I don't want to have put this on a guy and then like, all right, black instant speed kill spell that thing. I'm like, yeah, you got me 2 for 1. That's why I don't want to do it. In Theros it was different because the removal was just terrible, so it was a little more of an acceptable thing. But here I think it's less good, like a D plus.
It's a D.
Sure.
Mass Calcify. Can we say
Bad.
board wipe?
You could. Can we say bad board wipe?
Not the greatest board wipe, but it's a board wipe. I was kind of hoping to see something other, but it's a board wipe, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like Supreme Verdict, flavor-wise, kind of messed with what I would have liked to do, because I think Theros is the perfect time to print Wrath of God.
That's what I was kind of hoping we'd see Wrath.
Yeah.
But
I think in cons there's gonna be one. I can't imagine they're just gonna be like, no Wrath.
No, there's got to be, but unfortunately, this is like almost non-playable.
Yeah.
So it's a D minus.
Yeah. Oh, in limited.
Yeah.
I give this like F minus. I'm never playing this. There's actually just no way, unless it gains Convoke at some point. I'm just never playing it. It's really bad, guys. Don't play
So
it.
we have a new instant, 5-drop instant, gain 8 life. But it has
That's
Convoke.
So bad. Oh my goodness. This is as bad as Mass Calcify.
It's just a card.
This is worse than Mass Calcify.
It's a D minus. If you have to play something to fill your white spot, maybe, but I would not.
I would put a land in my deck over this.
Probably.
I'd be like, well, you know what? If I can't have enough playables, I'm playing a land, because then at least I'll have good mana. I'm not joking. This card's terrible. Life gain cards are just bad. Yeah. Especially if they're for 5. Like, you still have to tap your guys to play this spell, Convoke. It's not free. It's not like, oh man, it's a free 8 life. Sick. Yeah, if it was like 8 life for 0, I'd play it.
Yeah.
But for 5 resources, no chance in hell.
Nope. Next one though, I do like is Midnight Guard. 2/3 for 3, but his text is kind of nice. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, untap Midnight Guard, and it's whenever another creature. It's not one you control. It's another creature.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Is this a reprint? Do you know?
I think it is. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. So.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up and gather. Either way, I just haven't seen it before. It's good. Like it's a card that you're gonna be okay. Maybe racing or something with, because they're not.
If you have like 2 or 3 of them, this becomes pretty all right. Because you could attack, and then they play a creature, and you'd be like, "Oh, I untap, thanks."
Oh, this is an Innistrad card.
Yeah.
Dark Ascension, sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Like, just looking at the stats, 2/3 for 3. Yep, I'll play it.
Yep.
It's instantly a C- with those stats.
Yep.
So,
with the untap, I give it a C.
Yeah, sure. It's nice, like, if you have creatures of your own, you're generally playing them after combat. Yep. So if you are attacking with this thing, or you're convoking or whatever, I think that's where it's nicer, is if you're convoking.
Oh yeah, if you convoke with this is making it really nice.
Yeah. So you can tap for mana, then untap it and block with it. Yeah, seems good.
Yeah, you could tap.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's.
Or you could tap for mana, play the creature, and then attack with that still.
Yeah, or that. It's fine too. Yep, if you want to just get in there with your 2/3, it's completely acceptable.
Yep. So C.
Yeah. So we have Oppressive Raise. Which
could we just skip that because it was just already printed.
Yeah, I think it's different in this format. I think it's worse. Like in Theros, I played this.
Theros was fine. This, no.
Yeah, it's just too slow. Like, this format's not. So in Theros, you could draft like that really aggressive deck, but they also were just trying to make one creature huge. And if you put this on it, it kind of stifled their turn.
Yep.
This doesn't do that because it's like, all right, it's on my 2/3. I don't care. It's much worse in this format. Don't draft it.
Yeah.
It's like a D-.
Yep.
Also, just.
You got the next one.
All right. Well, this is 3-1 for 2. It's pretty good. It's like a C+.
Yeah, it's 3-1 for 2. It's the Oriko's Swiftclaw Cat Warrior.
Yeah, it's Oreskos.
Oreskos, sorry. It's like Pomaz.
Yeah, Yeah, he's one of.
Oh my
Burma's
God, Nanman's alive.
little fighters.
What's up?
Oh crap! Hey, what's up, dude?
Sorry, I took a little bit, but
Yeah, no worries.
I made it. I made it.
Alright, let me
He
get
did
some
indeed
screen.
make it.
Let me get some screen regions.
Worth noting, Raskolnikov is not a soldier.
No, he is a warrior.
He's a warrior. Just
What a
kind of
ripoff.
What a ripoff. Hey, Midnight Guard is a soldier.
He is.
And Kinsvale Skirmisher. Ooh! Combo! Kinsvale Skirmisher with that card that's really sweet with soldiers. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Alright, so while we get Nameman's camera set up, we'll, whatever, let's just move on. So we have another Paragon, like that blue creature that gave everything... Oh, no, this is different. Okay, we were talking about
there's a Paragon for each color.
Yeah, there's a Paragon for each color. This is just a different cycle than the one we talked about earlier. That was also a white card. So the Paragons are 4 mana 2/2s, and they give all of their creatures of their color +1/+1. So the white one gives, well, white creatures +1/+1, and then they have an ability for mana plus a tap. So this one is for a white mana and a tap, target white creature you control against vigilance until end of turn.
Yep.
Knowing all of the ones that are to come, this is probably the worst one. That said, all the Paragons are pretty good.
Yeah. Is
I
it
think just
playable?
two
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is in the B.
Yeah, this is a
category.
B. This is a solid B for me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a B or B minus. It's not a B plus. It's
No.
probably B minus or B for me, but it's good. I'll
Yep.
I'll certainly play this card if I'm in a white deck.
Same
Especially if I'm
here.
White. That's some good stuff right there.
Alright, what about Pillar of Light? Exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater.
Anti-wall.
Yeah, it's anti-wall or anti-something that's got a
Yeah.
decent sized
Kills-
toughness.
Kills dragons. I
Kills
guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kills dragons and
So,
angels.
like-
How about that?
I feel like you're gonna have this card in your sideboard, and you're like, wow,
Yep.
that guy had that one sick, crazy super bomb. That guy had it in Avis, and I just couldn't beat it. Alright, well, I'll bring in Pillar of Light. Literally to kill Avison.
Yep.
I feel like this is the only time I'm gonna use it, right?
Yep. But it's playable, so I give it a C minus.
Yeah. You man?
I dig it.
Nid?
Yeah.
C minus?
Yeah.
Alright.
C minus.
Did you look at how we're rating everything? Like what each rating means?
I did look through that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
simple. Yeah, I actually just stole it from the Limited Resources podcast. So.
It's the best. It's the best rating.
Yeah, it's
So,
good stuff.
how about the next card that's going to have implications across the board?
Yeah, you know that card we're talking about that had to do with soldiers?
Fremont Captain.
the return.
It's actually Preeminent Captain.
Preeminent, sorry. And it is pretty awesome. A 2/2 3-drop first strike. So he's not as good as like Arthur's Precinct Captain in that way, but whenever he attacks, you may put a soldier creature on from your hand to
From
the
your
battlefield.
hand.
So you attack with that, and you can put the king onto the battlefield.
Yep. That's the sweetest thing
Yep.
that I can think of to put on. It is tapped and attacking, so in this case, Bremez does not get a 1/1 trigger
No.
or vigilance, but who cares?
yeah.
He was free. You're not
You
going
get
to
a-
complain.
He is, with enough soldiers right now, he's playable in this format, definitely. I give him a minus B plus.
I
it
don't
depends
see
on
he's
your
an A minus. I don't see him as an A minus.
I do.
I don't think so either. If you have enough soldiers, like just a stupid amount of soldiers, then sure, go for it.
Yep.
I think if you have like 4 soldiers, he's already good enough. Or even
Yeah.
just like as a 2/2 first striker, sure.
Yep.
That's acceptable. I'm gonna
Yeah.
play him and hope that I have a soldier in my hand when I attack with him.
Yep.
I don't think he's in the 8 range. That's a lot.
No,
That's really
I
high.
give
I
him,
like
like,
him.
C
I loved
plus
him
B
back when
minus.
he was printed before, and I'm happy to see him again. So
I
Sending
like the
him-
return of Tifkins, yes, but B minus C plus for me.
all right.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ned and I are in the same area. He's a lot better in constructed. I think he's pretty sweet in constructed just because you build
Yes.
your deck with only soldiers
Yep.
and then you just get with stuff. But for limited, Pat,
It's
limited.
tough. It is
All
tough.
right. Limited, I give him a B.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. If you have some 6 soldiers, I think him's Kinsvale Skirmishers are sweet.
Yep.
Like play him, and then attack trigger. Yeah, it's actually bigger. Is it 2/2
Or
for
Midnight
striker?
Guard is really good with him, or
Yeah, any soldier that you can put into
Yeah.
play for free. is
Yep.
good with him.
So next one, on the soldier part, raise the alarm in an instant.
Nice.
2, but it gives you 2 powers worth of soldiers, and it's separate, which is kind of nice. So
Yep.
2 1/1 white soldier creatures tokens. I think it's pretty alright to me. I definitely see it
Yeah.
being playable. I give it a C+.
It's an instant.
Yeah.
It's great.
I
You
love
think
I love
Gonna
combat
play Raise the Alarm?
If
Well, you're
given a
not, 'cause you're not
chance.
You're like, man, these things have power. I don't want those.
Yeah, right? What? I want to attack? Since when?
I want that aura that makes my land kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in
I
white,
do.
you're gonna play this.
Yep.
It's like a
Right.
2/2 at instant speed.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's great. It's great. Raise the alarm.
Yep.
All
I don't
about
think
it.
it's also really good with Convoke.
Yep.
Mhm.
So play Raise the Alarm. It's
Yep.
like a C.
Yep.
C plus.
All right. Razorfoot Griffin, 4-drop 2/2 flying first strike.
Just a lot of birds.
But this is a good bird. I mean, you gotta expect generally most flyers cost you a little bit more. They're not like a true 3/3 for 3 or whatever. But this one gives you flying in the air and first strike. I'm pretty alright with this. I see it being playable. I give it a C.
Yeah. I mean, 2 power flyers are fine.
Yeah.
I don't think first strike's super good on like a 2/2. Like that's the ability that scales really well the bigger the creature gets,
Yep.
but I think it's okay. I'll give it like a C minus. I don't know, maybe I'm undervaluing it.
No, I do. I kind of feel that way too. It's C minus C range for me.
Sure.
Like it's kind of like fill out my white cards is how I'm looking at it. Like, ah, cool. I've got a flyer here. It costs
I've got this
4.
stuff.
Yeah. Like
Alright.
that's I'm not that stoked for it.
Seems good.
Yeah, it's,
Resolute Archangel. The big, massive Archangel.
Yeah.
7-drop 4/4.
I think this is the
Flying
get-
when Resolute Archangel enters the battlefield. If your life total is less than your starting life, it becomes equal to your starting life. I find this pretty alright.
It's cool in Commander.
Oh, it's
I
definitely
don't know.
it's gonna see commander play, but I also see it pretty good in limited. I mean, because you're gonna get to
Yeah.
7 mana in limited no matter what. So
I think it's
okay, well I'm down to 3 life. I need a bomb to stay alive because he's got 3 other creatures on the battlefield. I can only block 2. Oh look, I just top deck Resolute Angel. Boop, put that down. And now my life total is 20 again, and I get some turns to find some solutions.
yeah. I like so it's gonna be really good in racing, and I think in sealed, you're certainly gonna play this.
Oh yeah,
It's your promo card, right? This is the one you get if you're white.
yes,
Yeah. So I think it's good enough to be played in sealed. Obviously, like
yeah.
just having a 4/4 flyer to finish the game off is pretty decent, and the ability's nice.
Yeah.
I think it's really sweet if you can flicker it a bunch of times. Like just keep your life total at 20. That's all
Yeah,
sweet.
that would be
But-
awesome.
I think overall this isn't like super bomb range. I think it's like a B.
Yeah,
I give
that's
it,
what I say.
I give it like an A minus.
No, it's definitely B range. Like if you're sitting here and you do not pick white as your color, but you
Mhm.
open this up, it's going to help you kind of be like, oh yeah, I can definitely handle having white as a splashing
Yeah.
color with whatever I'm going.
It helps you pick another color. You know?
It's not enough to be a bomb. It's enough to delay the game for you and helpfully push you to being able to win in the end. But it's not something that I play this and I'm winning.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
finishing the
instantly
game.
turn the tide.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. It's probably standard promo card range. I think it's actually a little worse than the ones for like Theros and stuff were, because the other ones are cheaper. But it's still decent. 7 mana is just a life. If this were like 6 mana, then I'd be down. 1 mana is a big difference to me.
Yep. My next card is I'm actually looking forward to, but I gotta keep my mind on limited and not standard.
Yourself, Pat.
We'll see how that works.
So
Yeah, no kidding.
return to the
By the end of the
ranks.
card. By the end of the card, man, this is okay.
white-
Limited and standard.
white, and X, and you have a convoke, and return X target creatures or target creature cards with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to your battlefield.
Why can't it be power 2 or less? Wouldn't that be sweet?
Oh my gosh.
The card would be so good. I
That'd
think
be
it's still
broken.
really good.
It would.
Yeah. It'd be great.
I mean,
Yep.
It's actually something that I've been thinking of.
oh yeah, no, trust me. I'm looking at like a humans deck again. And I'm sitting there going, huh?
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna play Pat's role and veer off of limited for a second because I think this card is certainly good for Never Constructed.
Oh yeah.
But I've been building like this junk toolbox deck, and this card, like I wasn't sure what to put in there for the last couple spots. Maybe it's this. Like, oh, you killed all my voices and stuff. Well, I'll just bring them all back.
See, I
Hey, now
rebuilt
Protocol.
aristocrats. So
Yeah, maybe it's aristocrats. I'm not sure what it is, but that's my thought on it.
it's a thing.
Yeah, in limited, this card is really dependent on your deck.
Yep.
If you open a seal pool that's really aggressive, then you can play it. If you
Yep.
didn't, which you probably won't, then you can't.
But you still
That's
take
the
it
same.
anyway because it's a good card.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
I
put it-
still
yeah.
I still give it a C though.
In limited,
Like-
yeah, it's not the greatest
Yeah.
card in limited.
Yeah.
But
I think this could be an A in draft.
oh,
you
it
just
could
have
be.
to draft the right
Oh,
deck.
in draft, yes. If you have,
Yeah.
if not sealed wise, in draft wise, if you're playing limited draft, you can very easily
And
build
if
your
you
deck
say
around
you
that.
open up this pack one, pick one. I mean, you're pretty much knowing which you could start grabbing onto little creatures.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
if you see this and you're like, oh man, I'm in, done. Yeah, you can certainly build around it, but
yeah,
I think just like for sealed, you don't have any control of your deck. Like,
Nope.
You're cool, so I think it's not very good in sealed.
nope.
Which is the main focus of the show, but it is nice to know that like in limited, sealed is very different than draft for some cards, and this is one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So watch out for that in sealed. If you open the sweetest pool for it, it's like red white aggro. Go for
Yep.
it, man. Lord knows I did it.
All right. Sanctified Charge. Holy Jesus, you're expensive. At 5, creatures you control get 2/1
Yeah.
+2/+1, and if they are white, they also gain first strike.
Yeah.
For 5, though, it's an expensive
Yeah.
combat trick.
I mean, it hits all your guys though.
It does, but it's expensive.
Well, let's think with the Journey into Nyx, with paying the extra mana to target all of our other creatures anyway,
Strive, yeah.
most of the good stuff you'd be spending 5 mana to be targeting,
Yeah.
maybe 3 creatures with this, and this one you're guaranteed hitting at least, 3 creatures with it too.
Everything
pretty
you
much.
have.
Yeah, and you above and beyond. So I think the 5 mana for it is not unreasonable.
Oh no, I'll have to see how
It's
it
tough.
goes.
This one,
It is.
this is the one where I really want Convoke on it, because then
Yeah.
I can block all my guys and then just Convoke for this, and like still have other mana for combat tricks.
Yep.
Maybe there's a reason this doesn't have Convoke.
Yeah.
I think it's fine though. Like 5 mana isn't insane. I'm just imagining myself. I'm in like a white aggressive deck with like those Swift Claws and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm attacking with like 4 guys and leaving 5 mana up. And they're like, oh my god, what does he have? He could have
Yeah.
this. He could have that. And this is common, so it's like
Yeah.
your opponent just has to play around it anyway.
Yeah.
So
No, I
it's
get
gonna
you.
blow me out.
It's a C.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm gonna get blown out by this at some point.
It
I'm
will
telling you.
happen, and everyone's
I
going
knew
to
I
kick
should've seen
themselves a
that
little
one
bit.
Yep. It's a sad day when you get blown up by Sanctified Charge, but it's gonna happen.
So, Brandon, you got the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a C. Sanctified Charge.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
Selfless Cathar. I think this is a reprint from
Yep, it is.
shows.
Yep.
That block. So it's a human cleric. For 1 mana, it's a 1/1, so not great. I
Not
don't
bad.
want- But for 1 and white, I can sacrifice it, and creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's like an onboard trick
Yep.
for 2 mana, or 3 mana, I guess, overall. And it's like you can attack with it a bit if they don't have any creatures. Honestly, I didn't play with this that much. I didn't like it last time I was drafting it. I don't think I'm gonna like it this time.
No.
I mean,
format
the
doesn't
only
seem-
the only thing I could see that would be cool with it is getting off the Convoke, tapping it down, and then sacking it. And
Yeah.
Sure.
buffing something kind of thing is the only tricky. But
Yeah. Or you're like, you have a Sanctified Charge, and you're just like, alright, well, no, then you still have to pay mana for this. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. If it was just sacrifice it and have this effect, then I think I'd be a lot more kind to this card, but... to be
It's a
honest,
D.
not- yeah, it's a good D.
yeah.
Not great.
All right,
Naaman,
Naaman, you got the next
Sarah-
one.
Oh, the Seraph. All right, so another 7 coster here. but this one does have Convoke, make it a little bit easier to cast. It is a flying XX here, where its power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control, which is a great combination with the whole Convoke thing. You want to make it cost less anyway, and with having stuff like Raise the Alarm and all those other low drop stuff, you could definitely have this creature be pretty strong here.
You could have this creature out on turn 4.
Mm-hmm. You could.
And even stuff like First Response too, where you every time you lose life, you get
could have it out on turn 3.
Right.
So.
If you have Raise the Alarm.
Yeah.
Oh no, you couldn't. Well, Raise the Alarm is a free spell, right?
Yeah.
So you can play Raise the Alarm the same time you play this guy, and it's even bigger. It's not cute. So alright. I drew Seraph the Masses. Oh, I got Raise the Alarm. Alright, play the Raise the Alarm. Tap them for Convoke.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Free spell. That's when you just play it and say Burning Tree Emissary, and they're like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It combos pretty well. I give it a B-.
Yeah, he's that uncommon. I think, again, if you have the right kind of deck.
Yeah, I was going to even give him just a solid B, too.
Yeah. He's very
because
solid
he can very easily get splashed, too.
Mm.
I mean, he is double white, but with, if you have a lot of creatures, depending on what sort of decks you're able to assemble, you can really play him in almost any other deck if you've got some good white stuff with it. So I give him a solid B.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be splashing him. I feel like white's just a really good color.
White's a great color right now.
Like, we've got a lot of token producers in the set. Yep. So I feel like if you're in the deck that has all of them, it's sweet. And there's no, board wipe that's going to super punish you for playing this. Well, actually, there's the one that gives -1/-1 to all non-black creatures. The card will destroy you. If you play this and they're like, alright, tap 1 mana, kill all your stuff,
Yep, that's a thing.
You got me real good, buddy.
Alright, so Solemn Offering is another reprint.
It's a good old one.
It's basically it's your sideboard. You go, I just got beat by a guy with a lot of enchantments and artifacts. Guess what? Side him in and blow him out.
Man, that guy had hot soup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat it now.
So it's a playable card. It's like a C-, D+.
I feel like for a card like this, they're insane. Or they're really good at times because they're just like a 1-for-1 that gives you 4 life, which you want. But it's hard to rate them like a C, because it's like, this is just a sideboard card. So I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's special.
It's a sideboard card. It doesn't really deserve a rating.
It's a sideboard card.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's its rating.
All right, how about this? The first soul of Theros.
Well, you mean the first avatar?
Yeah, the first avatar. The artwork freaking awesome.
It's pretty sweet.
It's a mythic. It has vigilance. It's a 6/6 for 6, which automatically makes it playable.
Yeah, it's true.
And then it does things.
And it does more things.
Yes. So you tap 6, and all creatures you control get +2/+2, and first strike and lifelink till end of turn. Holy Jesus! Can we say close the game out, please?
A lot of abilities. It just makes combat a nightmare for your opponent. Yeah. This is one of those.
So you play it, 6 mana, boom, get it out, and then even just next turn, if you have no other creatures, you're swinging for an 8/8 first strike, lifelink, vigilance.
Yep.
It's stupid.
And GG.
This is obviously.
That's when you hit that GG button and go GG because.
GG.
Yeah, basically.
That's the one.
Because honestly, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I play my Soul of Theros," and you're gonna be like, "Shit."
Why did you open that?
How are you so lucky? The souls have been talked about for constructed, so I think they're just super powerful, and they're gonna get played limited.
Well, the reason we'll talk more next week why they're being talked about for constructed is because we have a thing called Nykthos.
Yeah.
Which just breaks anything in Devotion. So
it makes a lot of mana.
Yes.
Let's move on. Soul Theros is obviously sweet. It's like an A/A+.
I give this like an automatic. This Soul Theros for limited alone, I give it like A+ because you put that in there, and you bring it out, and they literally look at you, and they should probably scoop.
If they've been sacking or like saving up their removal for a big spell, it doesn't even matter. Like, you play this, they kill it, and then you just attack with all your guys and activate it from the graveyard.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still like this insane blowout.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Win-win.
where you threaten the activation of your graveyard. You don't have to. Anyway, let's move on. Soul Theros is sick. Soulmander, on the other hand,
just move on.
turtly piece of crap.
Just move on.
Yeah. Unless you have like 7 of Johnny's Primates, and by 7 I mean like 3.
Yeah.
You're not playing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spectral Ward.
It's different.
It's pretty cool.
It's. I'm gonna be sad to say, this is going to be interesting for a little bit with Hexproof still in around. Someone's gonna come up with a stupid standard Hexproof deck and stick this in there, and then you're gonna be like, great.
There's already
So,
Hexproof deck.
I actually don't think this is very good in Hexproof. So like.
So let's not talk constructed.
Oh yeah, let's not talk.
And let's talk limited.
All right, limited wise, it's playable. Straight up, it's playable because of all the auras, it's playable. Especially when you get that giant that'll let you take an aura out,
right?
Or an enchantment, and you could just stick it on there. So if you have this and the giant, and you play the giant, and then you go, oh, I find this. Now your giant is protection from everything, and it's a 6/6. So it becomes a 6. It's a 6/6 for 6 at that point. Pro all colors.
For all colors. I'd play it. There's no edicts in this format.
No.
So it just doesn't die.
Nope.
Wow. Yeah, you actually just can't kill whatever this is on.
Nope.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is pretty good.
Oh.
I give this a solid B. I mean, honestly, it's a solid B.
Yeah.
It's very playable.
I didn't like it at first, and then I just realized there's actually no way to kill it.
Yeah.
Like, nothing gives you -3/-3 in this format, other than like ulcerate, but that doesn't target everything. There's no wrath. Mass Calcify doesn't even hit this.
Nope, because you're going to be sticking a white creature, basically.
Yeah.
It's good
So-
shit.
So this is pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll play this. This is a B. This is an aura that I don't mind playing. There's like that initial point where you could get blown out, where they're like, all right, play this. Okay, kill it. This is sweet. I get it. That's good. But other than that, it seems fine.
All right. Spirit
So-
Bonds.
Another token generator.
Another large token generator.
Yeah, it makes a lot of tokens.
Whenever a non-creature enters the battlefield, non-token creature, enters the battlefield, under your control, you may pay 1, and if you do, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield.
Have you heard this card called Moloku?
I have.
Now, it's not as good as Moloku.
It's not. But
Pretty much the same thing.
Will it be a great card since it's just an enchantment you're going to lay down?
Yes. Especially on
Can
turn
you sacrifice a spirit and target a non-spirit creature and give it indestructible?
Wow,
Yes.
there's more to this. I played off the first ability.
Yeah. And the second ability just makes it that much better.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
For 2, you can make something indestructible. Thanks.
Well, so what do you guys think?
I
What's
give
your rate?
this an automatic A- because it's very playable.
Automatic A-.
It's if I see it and if I say I'm second pack and I'm looking down in draft, or if I open up my sealed and I have like some really good white cards and this is one of them out of my 5 packs, you go, yeah, I'm going to be playing this. Because indestructibility is just awesome.
Do you disagree, Newman?
I don't see it as an A. I don't.
No?
I don't.
You think like B?
I do think it's B plus is the highest I would go with it.
Actually, I have to disagree with you. I'm gonna go with it's an A-.
You think A- as well?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
it gives you guys so much value and it protects them.
it
It
does.
gives you value because you can play it on turn 2 and then turn 3 just start spitting out creatures.
Yeah.
Right.
And okay, now I have more spirits. You remember that card we just talked about, that if Soul Theros is out there and this is out there and you have like 4 spirits, those spirits become 3/3 first striking lifelinkers. with flying.
True. And I mean, with all the convokes there, it does make it much better.
This
Paragon
is basically a convoke engine.
Is pretty good.
Let's let him speak back.
Okay.
But
I don't know. I think it's really good.
For once, me and Brandon are on the same board.
I know it's shocking here. I do think it is really good.
Okay.
But I also I'm kind of iffy thinking that this is going to end me the game. Like, if I get this out, yes, it's going to help me accelerate everything that I want to do. But I also don't see myself... If I pull this in sealed pull, and I have other cool white stuff or whatever, and I'm just basically have an awesome white deck, I don't feel that I'm going to be winning most of my games off of Spirit Bonds as opposed to other stuff.
Okay.
When it comes down to it. And I think it's a great card, and it helps accelerates everything you want to do, but I don't think it's going to be the decider when it comes down to it.
Okay.
I think that the spirits themselves might not be the decider, but if you've got, I don't know, you have a random 4/4/4. Let's just say you have that, and someone goes to kill it, and you just sack a spirit instead. I think that's really good, and then you end up killing them with that 4/4. You know? So it's like, it's a protective card that's also a threat, and it's not expensive. Like, if the ability was more expensive to activate, I'd be less excited.
Yeah, but for one.
Adding on, like, it just add kicker, like, this adds kicker to all your creatures. 1 white, make a 1/1 with it.
Yep.
I think that's just really good. You don't have to play it, like, or you don't have to pay for it. It's like, oh, I just want to drop this 7-drop, but I can't right now because I only have 7 mana. No, just drop your 7.
Yeah, just drop your 7-drop, and you're good to go.
But it also just, like, allows you to win by just playing 2-mana spells. Like, if you just play 2-mana spells for the rest of the game, you can still win with this thing. You probably couldn't do that before. Which is why I think it's really good.
Well, look at the Paragon. If you get a Paragon, all white creatures, you control the +1/+1, so now those are 2/2 spirits.
Yeah, that's, I think it's good. I mean, I
think I like it more, and I would give it more of an A in draft than I would in sealed.
Okay.
I still am not convinced that it is above a B+ for sealed.
Okay.
Okay. I think we can all agree that if you open this in your sealed pool, you're going to be pretty pleased with it.
Yep.
And, you know, there's, like, obviously just giving all your creatures a kicker ability. Because kicker is good.
It's good.
Next one.
Sungrace Pegasus.
Let us honor the order. Man, it's your turn.
Oh, there's an actual order now?
No,
I thought that
yeah,
was just...
I put it in Skype. None of you guys saw it.
Yeah, we got some more Pegasus. I mean, it's just... Cost 2 mana, a 1/2 flying lifelinker. I mean, you got white, you have to have some lifelink in there. You'll be happy when you've got your Johnny Pride mate with it. That's about it.
It's not great. If it were 1 mana, I'd like it a little more.
Yeah, right.
It's
I
still
don't actually
a filler card for me, and I'd play it. So.
Yeah, I give it a D+.
C-.
I don't even give it that plus.
I don't even say it. I give it the D- or the D+ for the fact that if you have the Ajani's with it, you got the 3 Ajani's, and you've got like 1 of that, then you're like, yeah.
If we're in that lifelink deck with all the Ajani's Pride mates and everything, then yeah, I'll play this. But if
that's
I'm not,
the only time I'm happy about seeing that.
Yeah, and Pride mate's an uncommon, it looks like, so good luck.
Alright, so next one would be me then, right?
Yep.
So,
we're switching it up from the interview.
So, Tireless Missionaries. It's a 5-drop 2/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Can we just skip this one?
What does this do? It's a 2/3 for...
It's a filler. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, this...
It's a D.
Also, we're not going to be talking about Israel, so don't ask. Yeah, this is a terrible card.
D-.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I mean, like, if you're in that lifelink deck with the Johnny's Primates and Sungrace Pegasus and that other lifelink card, Soulmander, sure, I'll play it.
Yeah, but that's just kind of like having that deck, and that's like, I guess I'll fit this in just because it has gain 3 life, but I really don't want to even fit it in there.
It's like, this card says gain life on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so Brandon, you're next.
Oh yeah, the order. Forgot about that. All right, Triplicate Spirits. This card is possibly very good. This reminds me of Battle Screech, but not nearly as powerful. So
Yeah.
Battle Screech is in Vintage Masters. 4 mana, make 2 1/1s, flashback, tap 3 white creatures. That card's stupid.
Yep.
This card, like, if you've got a bunch of 1/1s out already, it's like, yeah, all right, I'll tap, 4 guys and 2 lands, make 3 1/1s.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll do that.
Yep. It's one of those things of if you have a lot of, like maybe Spirit Bond out or something like that, and you've got like 3 spirits out, or just, you had that raise the alarm, and you have these 2 soldiers now, and, it can be very good. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty powerful. Making 3 1/1s is pretty good.
Yeah.
The price tag is high. So I think this is very similar to card Spectral Procession, which is just like a super mega bomb, even in cube and stuff.
Yep.
It really just depends. Can you tap 3 creatures for it?
Yep.
Because if you can tap 3, then I think it's a very good weight.
Yep. So I give it like a C minus.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say C.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
All right, Naaman.
Wait,
Oh, I'm so happy because I got to talk about a wall. Wall of Essence.
God there.
Costs 2 mana. 0/4. Defender, of course, because it's a wall. Whenever it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. Great. All about that life gain. All about the mana delayings. There's.
All right, move on.
It's good play.
Fenix that you brought from home into your pool, this is gonna go sweet.
Let's just move on because it is a wall.
Because it is a wall. Solid.
Yeah,
Solid card.
it's a solid wall.
Yeah.
This card is solid.
C minus. Move on.
What? No. Solid C, man.
You mean
Solid
fun?
C.
Whatever. All
All
right,
right,
Warden of the Beyond.
Wait, you said C? What are you crazy? This is like a D minus.
No, solid.
Playing this? I'm
Solid.
gonna put it in my
All
side.
day. Solid.
Why would I main deck this? Unless I'm in that life gain deck. Why else would I main deck this?
It's great. Delay tactic gets you into the later stages. Use it with Convoke. A plus.
Okay, it's decent with Convoke.
It's a good. It's
like,
good with you can tap it for Convoke. It helps delay
Respect
you
me.
for a little bit. Keeps you alive against all those like
man,
one
yeah, man,
low
just
dropping
stop.
creatures. Oh, I
Just
love
stop, Nan.
it.
Just stop.
You might as well just call it 7 carried it. Alright, so oh no, it's Pat.
All right,
Yeah.
Warden of the Beyond, 2/2 for 3, but it has vigilance, and whenever Warden of Beyond gets 2/2 as long as the opponent owns a card in exile. So it's not great. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's 4/4 for 3. That's sick. 4 for vigilance for 3.
Well, yeah, as long as you can get something exiled. So if you see this and you do pick it, make sure you try to get something that will exile a card. There's a white, we talked about the one white card that will exile it. The Sliver will exile something. So
Man, is it really just the one?
yeah, right now we've only seen one
Like 2 cards that do it. There's Pillar of Light and the Convoke.
because it's got to be your opponent. So you're gonna have to. Play.
Yeah. That was really
So.
bad.
So it's good, but it's not great. You have to make sure you can if you can
It-
make sure you
okay.
exile something, then yeah, you're playing this.
I'll play a 4/4 vigilance for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me not play that? No. If I ever had
So,
the chance to not play that?
If you can make it exiled, I give it a solid C plus. If you can't get something exiled, it's a C minus.
Bro, if I get something exiled, this is like an A. Have you ever played a 4/4 vigilance for 4?
no, I'll give you that. Yeah,
That's insane.
I'll give you that.
For Corset Limited?
Yeah.
Wow. If you can't, I think it's probably still a C.
All right,
It's okay. It's 2 with vigilance for 3.
all right, let's move on to blue because we just spent an hour on white.
Yeah, that was not too.
It's a long time.
So
Aeronaut Tinker. It's a 2 mana 2/3 or 3 mana 2/3. Excuse me. It's fine. You'll play that. In addition, if you control an artifact, it is flying. Yeah.
yeah,
Sweet.
I mean, there's enough artifacts out there nowadays.
Yeah.
And especially in a set that seems decent enough.
Ornithopter. Yeah.
I don't want to play Ornithopter.
Oh, come on. Ornithopter, great, man. Walls.
Ornithopter's terrible.
Oh my god, let's just move on. I give it a C.
Go-to.
I give it a C.
This is good if you have like Darksteel Citadel. It's just
Yeah,
like, oh, one of my
there's
lanes.
some decent artifacts.
Yeah,
in there
there's
that
some
you
artifacts, hot soup, all that stuff. So
Hot soup. You can make your
So-
evasive guy. So you're gonna play hot soup to make him evasive, and then you're gonna equip hot soup to him to make him evasive.
yep.
Yeah.
Great. So
all in all, I
up
don't
next.
This card's
Up next.
Yep. Go for it,
Eighth of
now.
Spouts. Eighth of Spouts here. Each attacking creature, its owner puts it on top of or bottom of his or her library. Costs 5 mana for an instant spell. Gets stuff out of the way.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the Wrath.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like Cyclonic Rift, but
Not
instead
as-
of going back to the hand, it's going to the top of the library.
Yeah, and you don't
Yeah.
get rid of planeswalkers, and it only works for attacking creatures.
Is it for each attacking creature? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's only
Yeah, this
attacking
card's
creatures.
value is going down and down and down.
For limited, it's
Uh-uh.
playable because a lot of people will just alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's true.
but I give it like a C.
I don't know if I give it that. Wow, man.
No,
I
I'd
actually
still give it a C. It's a solid enough card that
I thought it was like a B. And then
No.
well initially when you're like, yeah, boom, bouncing stuff out of the way, no problem. But they have to be attacking. You're like, no.
yeah, that was attacking or blocking.
No, it's just attacking.
Yeah, so my problem with this card is it's kind of like a tempo kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they go to the top of their deck. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
decent. This is like C+.
Yeah.
I still would like a 1 for 3 or whatever.
Yep.
It's good. Yeah.
Amphibium, Path Mage, a 4-drop 3/2, and it has target creature can't be blocked this turn. Not the worst, not the greatest. Is it playable? Yes. I give it a
Yes.
C minus.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a 3/2 evasion guy.
Yep.
For 4 man. I'll do that.
Brandon, you take away. I'm just gonna close the back door because it's getting chilly in here.
Alright. Yeah, so this card is okay. It's like a C. What do you think? I like that you can give what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. C.
Yeah, okay. So here's a rare. It's an interesting one. So Chasm Skulker. Oh, that last card was M15 Path Mage. Seems
Whatever.
bad. Butchered
Yeah.
the name. So Chasm Skulker, a 1/1 for 3. Okay. I'm not liking that so far, but the ability is pretty sweet. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Chasm Skulker. So this guy has the ability to get ginormous, and if you play something like Divination, he gets really big really fast. Also, when he dies, you put X11 squid creatures with Island Walk onto the battlefield for each +1/+1 counter on him. So he's got some sweet value after he dies, and he gets really big. I think this card's actually pretty good.
Yes, I like it. I think it's pretty awesome because I mean, you say you play it turn 3 and you don't even have to sit there and really attack with it right away. You just let
Yeah.
it build up for a while, and then you're like, all right, sweet. Now I've
Yeah.
got the and even like the blue guy that can give stuff flying.
Mhm.
You're like, all right, now he's got a little bit of evasion. If I want to block and just get a bunch of squids, great. Like, yeah, I like him.
Which
Yeah,
one
I
are we
think it's-
talking about?
We're just on Chasm Skulker right now. So I think where you're gonna really want this is like you play him and then you have some other card draw. So there's Divination and Jace's Ingenuity, I think, are the two. Yeah, Jace's Ingenuity and Divination are the two best card draw spells in this
Sure.
format. So if you play this guy and then Divination, then Jace's Ingenuity on turn 5, it's like, all right, check out my giant dude. Check out my his attack. By the way.
Yep.
So
No,
I
it's
think he's certainly
it's a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Even if you just like play him turn 3, turn 4 you draw a card, he's a 2/2. Turn 5 he's a 2/3. Turn
I don't
6
know.
he's a 4.
I say it's a pretty good B.
Yeah, he's good. I like him a lot.
I'll give him a C minus right now.
I'm gonna say B. Yeah. I don't know. He might even be like A minus. This card's really good.
He can, yeah. I mean,
He
it
will
wouldn't
win
be
you.
hard to get him up to being able to win off of him.
Yeah.
Um,
Imagine if he's like an 8/8 at some point, and then he dies, and you get 8/1/1s.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him a B then. How about that?
There you go. Good job.
Yeah, I think for 3 man, wow, yeah, this card's just like I'm looking at more and more. I'm gonna go A minus.
A minus.
I think this card's really good. Yep.
It's very good.
All right.
So Chief Engineer costs 2 mana.
Sounds interesting.
1/3 artifact spells you cast have Convoke.
It's weird, but sweet. I definitely think if I first draft this guy, which I'm probably not going to do at some point, I want the Aeronaut Tinkerer in my deck as well.
Yeah.
Flyers for sick. I don't know.
So-
Like, what do you guys think?
He's a C to me right now.
See?
C.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends. Like, if you open a
Yeah.
bunch of artifacts in your Super Blue, it's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think. C is. I can't really place him higher than that with sealed. It's easier to place him higher with that with drafting and stuff, but for sealed, what's the real thing you're going to be focusing on coming up is he's going to be a C.
Yep.
Because it's luck of the draw, really.
I agree.
Chrono Shutter. Stutter. Sorry, I was itching.
Not a camera.
It's
okay. We get them
6-drop
wrong. We know.
instant. Put target creature into his owner's library. Second from the top.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Not at
Go
Yeah.
away for a little bit.
Not for 6 mana.
Not for 6.
If you have to play this, and you're like, I don't even know what deck wants this. Like,
Yeah.
I like
No
balance
deck
a lot
wants
more
this.
aggressive
No
decks.
deck. No deck.
I mean,
wants
Yeah.
We do,
6, yeah.
guys. Note not to be Mr. Debbie Downer. We do need to speed up because we have 3 colors and
I know I'm not going to make it
Yeah.
to the end of anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, we're done with that one.
it's a D.
Another wall that I'm so happy about coming up.
Go
Coral
ahead.
Barrier. So it's a 3 mana, 1/3 wall. It's a defender who, when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 blue squid creature token with Island Walk into the battlefield. My favorite token of the set is definitely the 1/1 squid with Island Walk. So
It's pretty sweet.
yeah, this is actually
it's,
a good card.
it's more playable if you have blue, because it does actually kind of give you something to attack with, and
You mean
it gives
playing
you a
against
blocker.
blue?
Also, just makes 2 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes 2 guys for 3 mana.
Yeah.
I'm
Have
happy
you ever
with it.
been like, man, this 2/4 for 3 mana is bad?
And then it's like, oh wait, everything is all about Convoke in this set. I now have 2 creatures I can
Yes.
tap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's
So
good.
it's
Blue
a,
doesn't
it's
have
a
any
C
Convoke.
minus to me.
Sucks. I just give it a C.
Yeah, solid C.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on to some slivers. The fusion sliver here costs 2 mana for a 1/1. It says slivers you control whenever they become the target of spells or ability. An opponent controls counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 2 colors.
It gives it Frost Giant.
Yep.
Frosty.
That's what it makes it frosty. I mean, don't play this.
Limited unless you have a ton of slivers. Don't play it.
So draft, you could definitely get away with it. In seal pool, you really don't
It's
care.
only all the slivers are uncommon.
Yeah,
There's only
and they're all uncommon. You got 5 slivers.
Oh, see, I haven't even looked at
Yeah.
all of the slivers at it. So
if
there
there
you
were
go.
a lot of slivers, then I'd say yeah, this is pretty sweet. It's like not as good as Crystalline Sliver, but still really good, obviously. It's just certainly not Crystalline Sliver. No, not unlimited though. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's inconstructed. Moving on.
All right. Dissipate. It's a reprint,
It's good
so
though.
it's a good.
Same art from Innistrad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a counter spell that instead of if you counter it, just exile it instead. So.
Yeah, I think in Innistrad this is better than Dissolve. Right now Dissolve is better.
Good solve.
I think honestly they're both going to see play because Cinco is going to be going away, and if
Yeah.
Cinco goes away, this will take Cinco's spot. So
Look, the problem is Syncope is just a different kind of counterspell.
yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is constructed talk, but
Mhm.
yeah, this is a card that you'll play in limited. Like it's good because it hits bombs and stuff, and the
Yep.
fact that it exiles it goes well with that white card. So if you're in blue-white, you got that guy.
Yep.
You can start exiling stuff with Dissipate.
Oh, that's true.
Pretty sick.
That is true. The combos.
And I
The
trying to
value.
figure this out. I get why they do it because it works with what they have in the set, but divination again. This is the
Yeah,
third
it's-
reprint.
it is like saying we have to print draw spells.
It's legal
and
3 times over.
yeah, divination needs to be in there. I don't know.
I think it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So, like, them putting cards in, like, the same sets over and over again doesn't really bother me. It's like, it's either legal or it's not, whatever.
Mhm.
So I think throwing Divination in here is fine. It's like a card they want us to play with, and I think
Yeah.
it's good. It's a card that's actually pretty nice to have in form. formats. Sometimes you just want to draw some cards, man.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's
okay.
limited.
I was like, man, sometimes you play a squid horror and then you draw some cards and you make your squid horror bigger. That is a sweet creature type.
It's great.
All right.
Cool.
Go on to the next one.
Crust. You just enchant something, doesn't untap, can't activate its abilities. 3 mana. Solid. You can get some use out of it. It's got the values.
Yeah, this is a blue guy's removal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is basically blues removal. It's playable at C to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a C. I think you're gonna play it. You're gonna be all right with it. It's kind of like what your deck is.
I mean, what's really nice is they can't activate the abilities even. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as Arrest because they can just leave it untapped and block with it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of poopy, but it's blue, so they have other ways to deal with creatures as well. Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. Next one.
It's you.
Oh, is it me? And Soul Artifact.
Yeah.
It's a 2-drop enchantment. Enchanted Artifact is a creature with a power and toughness 5/5 in addition to other types.
Sweet.
Man, you can play Ornithopter and then make it a 5/5.
Yeah.
And I'll because it's actually a turn play.
Great. It's great. All about it.
If you have other, I want to put this on Darksteel Citadel.
Exactly.
That's
my God,
my favorite card.
That would be the dream right there with the artifacts.
Yeah, you're living the dream. If you got 2 Darksteel Citadels and a couple of slow artifacts and the random artifacts too, this card's sweet. I'll make my land into a 5/5. It's also indestructible, by the way.
Yeah, or like you say, Ornithopter. It's a 5/5 flyer.
I don't want to put this on Ornithopter. I think it's terrible. It's like you're playing Ornithopter.
Yeah, but it's 5/5 flyer.
Yeah, but it's 2 cards to make 1 guy. Why wouldn't you just put it up?
0, turn 2. You have a 5/5 flyer on turn 2.
Or when you play this, they're like, okay, kill Ornithopter. Nice 2 for 1. Thanks, bro. I just never want to play Ornithopter. That card's bad. It's free and that's cute. But the only reason it's ever been good is because of Affinity. Mm-hmm. It's never been good to draft. Well, unless you're drafting Affinity.
All right. Well, I give this a solid C.
Yeah.
For sealed, I can't even give it to a C.
Yeah.
It's D for that. With drafting, it's different.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. If you open 2 Darksteel Citadels, you're gonna play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's very much so. You have to have the right deck to make it work
exactly.
Again.
This is a specialty card.
Yeah.
So if you're in the right deck, it's an A, obviously. Make my land a big guy. If you're not in the right deck, it's stone unplayable. So it's an F there. So I don't know.
All right, let's move on.
I will not. This, on the other hand, I will rate because I think it's sweet. 3 mana 2/2, so that's actually the same stats as Mana War. So if the ability is really good, clearly the card is too. And when Frost Lynx enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during his controls this untap step. This is really good.
Yep.
Just so you guys know. It's a sweet tempo play. Obviously, it's not nearly as good as Mana War, but this locks down a guy for your combat and then another one of your combats if you're being aggressive.
Yep.
And if you're being defensive, it just taps it for a turn, and then it can attack you. And it leaves behind the body. Frost Breath is a cool play. And this is just Frost Breath for 1 less, but you get a 2/2. So I think this is a very good card. I'd be very happy to play it. It's B-.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, stuff.
I agree. Fugitive Wizard, it's definitely the A++ of all pluses, but since it's a 1-drop 1/1 useless creature.
Bro, listen, you can play this and then put it on.
There you go.
Do I even need to keep going?
Yeah, there. Exciting.
Yeah. This is good.
Moving on. Yeah, it's...
All right,
yeah.
Glacial Crasher?
Yep.
It's a 6-drop elemental with trample. It can't attack unless there's a mountain on the battlefield.
Alright,
It's a 5/5 with trample, which is good.
That's true.
But the whole can't attack unless there's a mountain on the battlefield, kind of constrictive.
I mean, it'd be sweet if it had Mountain Walk. I'd be down. I think if you're in blue-red, you can play this. If you're not, just don't do it.
Here's my thing: if you see one and you get it late enough, you draft it and put it in your sideboard if you're going blue. And if you play someone that's got something with mountains, you put that in.
I mean, you can just yourself draft blue-red, or since we're talking about sealed, if you have sweet blue and red cards in your sealed pool, you can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just have it in your sideboard.
It's a C if you have a mountain.
Yeah, I mean, a 5/5 trampler for 6, that's fine. That's a card that'll win you the game. So I think playing it is okay.
Yeah, no, if you have a mountain, it's playable. It's awesome, and since it's a common, it's great because you can get 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah, I mean, look at Vulpine Goliath. We didn't play it that much. We played it. I think this is kind of.
I played Vulpine Goliath all the time.
Yeah, your perception of limited is different than everyone else's.
And I won.
I didn't play Vulpine Goliath too much. I thought it was just 6 mana is a lot. This is still fine. I played Vulpine Goliath. I was completely okay playing it, and I'll be completely okay playing this if I'm in blue and red. It's just because you have to be blue-red to play it, or it's a sideboard card. I don't like it as much.
Right.
Yeah. So I think a C-.
All right.
That's what I'm in there, like the C range for it.
If you're blue-red, he's like a C+.
All right. What else do we got?
Hydro Surge. Remember that card from Theros to get -4 and you scry one?
Yeah.
-4, scry one? Yeah, this is worse. Let's go.
Yep.
So we got the great combo piece with Brandon's least favorite card, Ornithopter here. It's called Illusionary Angel. Costs 3 for a 4/4 flying, and you can only cast it if you cast another spell this turn. Well, great. I'm casting this for 0, and here's a 4/4 flyer.
So if you have Ornithopter, this card actually reads, pay 3 mana, put a 4/4 out, discard a card.
No, it says play a 4/4 and a 0/2 for free. It's great. It's just like getting that 1/1 squid for free.
Guys, Ornithopter doesn't do anything.
It's great. It gets Illusionary Angel for 3 mana. That's it.
No, it just doesn't do anything. That said, I think this card's pretty good.
It's a good card, especially when, I mean, if you can actually manage to put a 1-drop out that does some, it doesn't even matter, or like you would say Ornithopter, or just something stupid out,
or even later in the game too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, a 4/4 flyer is great.
Guys, just play a divination and then play this.
Right? It's just play anything. It don't matter.
You don't need to try to cheat it out. It's just a good card.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to divinate, and then turn 6, I'm also playing a 4/4 flyer.
Yeah, 6 mana, draw 2 cards, make a 4/4 flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll do that. 100%.
I'm just fine with this. I think it's good.
B. I like it.
It's got to be for me.
Man, I think this card's really sweet. Obviously you can't play it in a super slow deck, which is a downside, but
nope.
I think blue seems pretty aggressive in this format. It seems very tempo based, so
I
think this card's really good. I'm gonna first draft it a lot.
Yep. All right, my turn. Or
Sir?
I don't know. Yeah, this one's right.
I just did Illusionary Angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into the Void. It's a reprint.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a good. Return up to 2 target creatures to your owner's hand. For 4 mana, it's not bad.
That's good tempo play.
Yep, it's a sorcery thing, so you have to do it on your turn, of course, but solid in general.
It's like, you played a 3-drop and a 5-drop. All right, those are in your hand again. Spend 8 next 2 turns and replay them, please.
Yep.
While I'm attacking.
I give it a solid C.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. Like a C.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, it's solid for a sorcery. C.
Okay.
All right.
This one's not invisibility.
What? You don't like this?
No, this is terrible.
Yeah. I like the art. Does that count? I like the art.
The art's
Yeah, the
gorgeous.
art's sweet. Look at those goblins, man.
Yeah.
The
Art's
flavor
gorgeous,
text?
but it's enough.
No, I gotta leave this flavor text. Varric held his breath. Breathing wouldn't reveal his position, but it would force him to smell the goblins.
Yeah.
Excellent flavor text. Excellent artwork. Terrible card. You don't want this.
Chain creature can't be blocked except by walls.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay.
Almost unblocked
So we had a version
unless you play
set
man.
that was 1 mana. It's unblockable, and you got to scry when it attacked at common. And now we're forced to play with this. What is this? Just give us Aqueous Form. The card was great.
Yep.
It wasn't even always played either. Aqueous Form was like on the verge of unplayability. So.
And then
Are you saying it's F then? You're not even gonna give it a D?
No,
Like
it's
D
a
minus?
It's a D.
I'm gonna give it an F plus.
No. See, I still give it a D.
I give it a D because I
Like,
mean,
okay.
if you get one, if you have one, and you need to fill something, and you got some big stuff that you just want to get through.
That's the way I see it. It's like
Yeah.
if I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, I just need that one last spot. Like maybe I didn't get the best sealed pool, but I have a couple decent stuff in there. It's like I need just that one thing just to sort of fill in. It's
Why are you
I
guys
see it
defending
fill
this?
in.
Why
Or
are
what?
you defending this card?
All right,
Why?
don't-
Because
Let's move
I
on.
say I give it a D over an F.
let's
Deserved.
bad.
talk about the most
Move on.
controversial, the most controversial planeswalker for a
The
second.
Second
card
most
that's going
controversial card in the set to invisibility.
right
apparently.
into my cube.
Yes.
Jace, the
Also the
living
flavor cube is
guild pack.
It is. Look, it's got the guilds in the background and everything. Oh, it's perfect.
All right,
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Jace,
All-
the living guild pack.
This is a windmill slam.
Yes,
If you ever pass this card, you're a bad person.
You are.
And I
A plus. Move on.
will tell you about. Yeah, this card's awesome. Like, it's a Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Someone in LSV's chat was like, I don't even know if you play that 100% in limited, and he looked at the comment, he's like, yeah, I play this always in limited. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
A
shit.
plus. Move on.
Oh, sorry, Nayman. You might as well take this one, seeing as Pat stole your.
Sorry.
He did. He stole my thunder. I was already talking about how awesome my cube is, sitting here
Yeah, you
for.
know what? Let's hear about your cube.
No,
well,
it's
I'm
not,
actually
'cause
sitting
it's
here
fi-
shuffling up right now,
It's
but no.
10:50. I'd like to get to
The
bed
guild
by
packs.
midnight.
Good. 4 costing, 5 loyalty planeswalker. All about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. More draw spells though. We got draw 3 cards. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Draw those cards.
And it's an
Opportunities.
instant, so
I thought it was a sorcery. I was like, nah, this card's
no,
not-
it's an instant, so it's good. Played at the end of their turn.
Yeah.
Draw some
That's fine.
cards.
It's a good finisher. I don't think it's like what you're gonna build your game plan around.
No.
This set doesn't seem as slow as M14. Opportunity was like the card you built your deck around, but
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not anymore. This
All
is
right.
also a target player. This is just you, so you can't let your opponent have the opportunity like I did.
See, I thought this next card had Nanman's, written all over it. The Jalira Master Polymorphist.
Well, hey, buddy, you took someone else's turn. I
Yep.
want to talk about this card.
Okay.
Alright, so for 4 mana you get a 2/2. It's not great. But for 3 mana and tapping it, you can sacrifice another creature, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So pretty much you sacrifice a guy and it has that thing. What's that? Cascade for a creature.
Yep.
I mean, it's cool.
Gee, I'm gonna sack a 1/1 spirit that I just pooped out.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
It can work really well in specific decks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Especially if you have something like, I don't know, what's that Stormtide Leviathan?
Yeah.
You just like cheat that out with this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever played a 3 mana Stormtide Leviathan? I haven't, but I'd like to.
I have not, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this card seems
and it's not like you're milling yourself with it too. They just go
No.
to the bottom of your library, so it's pretty sweet. So with the right deck, you could have a lot of fun with it.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like, I
give it a B.
So
Mhm. All right,
Yeah,
I'll give you
I
the
like-
next one even, Brandon.
What?
I'll give you the next one. We'll skip
We
my
get
turn.
two now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're skipping your turn.
We'll skip my
Skip it,
Jorubal
Victor.
Murklurker. You just didn't want to say that name.
That's what it is.
turn.
Oh, it's Jorubai. Yeah, Jorubai Murklurker. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
I said Ol. I thought that was an L.
Duh.
Yeah, but Jorubai Murklurker, it's that part of the cycle with that white one where you have an island, it gets better. Well, this one, if you have a swamp, it gets better. So it's a 1/3 for 3 usually. It's a 2/4 for 3 if you have a swamp. So if you're in a black deck, this card's already good. And for 1 and a black, target creature gains lifelink till end of turn. I don't know why it's not Death Touch. Probably because that would be way too good. But flavor-wise, this is upsetting to me. That's all I gotta say. This card's really good.
Yeah. It is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
There's some really awesome blue cards. Plain and simple.
It's like a B if you're in blue black, or it pulls you to.
Yeah,
so
if you're in blue
it
black,
does help to put you into
it's a B.
Yep.
So good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, nah, man, get the fish.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yep. Get the fish.
All right, so we've got our Capsho Kite Fins.
Ooh.
5 mana, 3/3 flyer. When this or another creature in this battlefield, you get a tap, target creature, and opponent controls.
It's 6 mana.
Yep.
6. Oh, sorry, yeah, 6. I mean,
A little
it's
pricey, but when you can tap something.
It's
It's confused. I'm not sure if it's like sweet or it's just stone unplayable. I can't decide.
Yeah, I'm very much on the fence with it. Like,
It could be awesome.
it could be. I'm still kind of seeing it like C-. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be okay if it's in my deck, but I'm not like going out of my way being like deciding between this and another card. I'm not really leaning towards this card at the moment.
I don't know. Tapping things is pretty awesome. So.
It is.
Yeah, but
The ability is like aggressive based.
Yep.
So like a 3/3 flyer for 6 in an aggressive deck isn't really the greatest, but it could be like your finisher.
Yep.
yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah. This seems fine. I'm gonna say C.
All right.
What is the top of your curve?
Yep. That's where I'm at.
All right. So Pat skipped his turn. So this is me.
Master of.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
What's just happening?
Master of Predicaments. I hadn't read the name until now.
Yeah.
It's pretty. So it's
Master
4/4
of
flyer for
Predicaments.
5. I'm playing this card.
Yeah, 4/4
It's
flyer
already-
for 5, and then when he deals
That's
combat damage to a player, choose a card in your hand. That player guesses whether the card's converted mana cost is greater than 4.
Oh my
If the
goodness.
player guessed wrong, then you may cast that card without paying the mana cost.
I love
Can we
this
say
card.
hello?
I'm
I'm
gonna say
putting
hey,
this in my deck
hey.
all day
Doesn't
long.
matter. It doesn't matter. I'm done. I don't care.
This is
Just to make
sweet.
my opponent guess all the time. It'll be
If
awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
we
sitting there
can't-
swinging in, and I've got like a soul or something large, and I'm gonna be sitting there and be like, no, I'm just gonna take my little creature for the first time.
Wow.
and-
But like, it's basically sitting here, and if you have a nice mix of cards, like let's say you've got Master of the what's his face here, and the
Predicaments.
and the Master Polymorphous above it, like,
Oh,
Just-
okay, yeah.
and just have like nothing but creatures, and just be like, can you guess what I've got? Like,
Can you guess?
Can we say this card is going to be awesome and just
Yeah.
limited because it's a 4/4
it's-
flying for 5, which already
Yeah.
makes it playable, and now you can do something like cheating a Storm Tide Leviathan onto the battlefield.
Or even if, like, so if your opponent, you think that they're gonna guess 4 to make sure you don't get something insane out, you just, like, pick a 2-drop.
Yeah.
It's still good.
If say you've been trying to cheat something out for 2 turns, and your opponent keeps guessing 4, you'd be like, all right, you got a really good 2-drop now.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems great.
Yeah.
This card's really good. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all I got.
Yep.
He's really good. I had,
Hey.
I had something that I wanted to
He's
say.
an A.
Yeah. Oh, hey, easy.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Go for it,
This is
Brendan.
no, this is you, man.
No, I already did. I just Master of Predicaments.
you both sort of
All right.
squish that
Sure.
one together.
I'll go
Because so
get
the
it.
order was, what was it? Pat, Brandon, me,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
That's
Okay.
fine. Brandon, you're next.
Well,
Go.
this is you, man. Go.
This is me now.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
you-
stop. Go.
We got a
No.
shapeshifter. A
We will
shapeshifter.
maintain order.
He costs 5, and when he enters the battlefield, he becomes a copy of any creature that you control, except it gains
So,
for 4 mana. Return this creature to its owner's hand.
this
So you just
creature's
gotta
not very good.
keep making copies of stuff.
Yeah.
What was that one card that we said we wish it had flicker or a way to flicker it? Was that a white thing?
With the angel, right?
Yeah.
The angel?
It's
Yeah.
11, 20. Okay. Yeah, we can.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
9
There you go.
minutes, said that thing. Oh.
Done.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Not that
Clones
it's-
are good, but it's because you can target your opponent's stuff, and they're usually cheaper. This is 5 mana, and you can only target your stuff. And you
Yep.
have to already play what you're cloning. So it's not like
Yep.
you could play something big and then clone it really quickly. It's just not good.
Yep.
It's the promo card for blue, but it's really unfortunate. I think it's probably the worst one.
Yep. All right, my turn, I guess. Military intelligence.
Sure.
A 1-drop enchantment. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Instant card draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it.
I don't know.
It works really well with your squid deck.
Yep.
It's true. If you have a
And-
squid deck,
If you have a squid
Yeah,
deck,
no.
this is great. And there's some pretty solid stuff like the Illusionary Angel, some
Yeah.
pretty decent lower costing blue stuff that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like the way it can go, especially if you have like a blue-white thing where it's just making a bunch of creatures all the time. Like,
you kind of get people.
yeah,
I like it.
See,
'cause
I like it because attack with Master of Predicaments and a few other cards, and then you draw a card, and then if you actually Master of Predicaments deals damage, maybe that card's a bomb, and now you can play it for free.
That's certainly a thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this card is not great though. It's just,
Yeah.
it wants you, so you have to have lots of creatures. This has to be in your hand in turn 2, but we'll not think of that. But you have to have enough creatures that you're attacking with 2. So you have to have enough good creatures so that you can attack with 2. It feels like if you have a lot of flyers, you can play it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of flyers, I don't think I want this.
No, it's just attack. It's not even combat damage. It's just attack.
Yeah, I know. But are you gonna attack with your guys and just let them die?
Yep.
That's like a tempo disadvantage. I don't want to do that.
yeah.
Whatever.
So I think if you're in a tempo deck, cool, you can do that. If you're not, I don't think this is gonna do it. This is like
Alright.
a finisher from a tempo deck.
How about some mill?
Yes, Mind Skull.
Yeah.
Pay 2
if
mana,
you have 10,
mill 7.
You
If you've got it, play it. Like,
No.
No.
if you've got it, you play it. You got
No.
that great wall mill
Okay,
deck.
moving on.
it'll be
Oh,
great.
I see.
Yeah,
if you
no,
have the
it-
wall mill deck,
it's
you're gonna
it's
play this.
right. No, it's if you've
Do
got
not
the
put this
pieces
in your
for
random
it.
deck.
Right,
No.
exactly. This is not something that you're like, oh, I've got a spot to fill. I better put that one Mind Skull. I
Mind
got
Skull,
no.
Unless
Moving
this
on.
format turns out to be as
Unless
slow as
you-
M14.
Unless
do it.
you've
Negate!
got the
Negate.
Man Wall deck, it's great.
Yeah.
Negate, another great sideboard card
yeah,
for
like
control.
counter.
It's been reprinted a bunch of times. Am I happy to
Legit.
see it back? Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's whatever. It's gonna be a cyborg card for constructed. Name it! Tell us about the Nimbus of Isles.
Well, it's just a 5 mana 3/3 flyer.
Yeah, it's actually...
Nothing exciting with it.
nope.
It's
So it's good.
Messenger Sphinx or whatever that was from M14,
Yeah.
but worse. And that card was not amazing. It was good in M14,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like the bee's knees. This is, you don't draw a card when it dies, so...
Yep.
Whatever. Messenger
I
Dragon.
do have to say that I love the art for the next card that we're about to talk about.
Oh, the Paragon of Gathering Mist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah,
pretty awesome. And, I mean, the Paragons all are giving whatever color they're in 1/1, which is pretty okay. And the
They're
extra added bonus for this one is tap a blue and the Paragon and another target blue creature you gain has flying.
Yeah, it just jumps your guys.
It's
Pretty
jump for 1.
good. Jump for 1.
Yep.
Yeah, Paragon of Gathering Mist is a good card.
And since it's only common, it's playable.
Yeah, this is like...
B, because you can jump a large creature at that point.
Good. And the art is just sweet, so.
I feel
Pretty
like
awesome.
Feel for Reality should be in that Eminem rap song. Feel for Reality. Whoop, there goes reality. That's what I thought of
it's
as soon as
not-
I saw this.
Peel is not the worst card, though.
It's fine.
I mean, if they want
Hey,
to
like-
try to off one of your creatures, just peel it and then just
Bro.
knock one of theirs.
You can play that Angel again. It's
Yes.
like a 9-mana way to get it every turn. Oh, I guess you can only do it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so sick. No, I think this is actually good with some like
Yeah.
Frostlinks or I guess there's not much that has an under the battlefield effect.
Yep.
Quickling has it. Yeah, I mean, there's some cards here
Yep.
that you wouldn't mind doing. Also, like, it's an instant, so you can save your guy from removal and bounce their guy.
That's
which
what I
is, like, a
mean.
huge
Just save
deal.
it from removal.
Oh yeah, I think that's really sick. If you ever get that where it's like, all right, I'll do what your guy. No, I'm gonna bounce it and bounce your guy. You're countering the spell and getting tempo. That's good. It's C plus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In the right deck, I should say.
Yep. Nemen.
So, Polymorphous just here. It's a 3 mana instant till end of turn. Each creature target player controls loses all ability and becomes a blue frog with a base power and toughness of 1/1. So you just make frogs. All frogs.
Yeah. It's sun spoiling, but no, it's good because it doesn't have a split cycle.
Alright.
Also, don't become.
Quickling.
Polymorph is just as good as a B.
Yeah, it's a B.
It's a straight combat turn.
Quickling. 2/2 for 2, has flash, it's flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, sacrifice unless you bounce a creature card to your hand. Not the worst thing in the world. We've seen that mechanic before. And there's
Remember
certain
we talked
creatures
about
that you...
spells?
Yeah.
This is one.
Yep.
Does
Ways around removal. This is definitely a way around removal.
You know what it also does?
What?
It resets that angel so you can get your life back to 20.
Yep.
Sweet.
Alright.
Alright, Research Assistant. This is a 1/3 for 2. It's fine. 4 mana, tap, draw a card, then discard. So it's looting for 4 mana.
Yeah.
But if you've got that squid guy over there, extra draw power.
That's true. 4 mana, put a counter on my guy. It's not bad, actually.
Not really that great.
It's not that
it
great,
is-
but it's
Yeah.
it's a very much like I guess I'll throw it
Considering
in
we've had
there.
less mana, like Merfolk Neuter was 1 mana, and the ability was just way better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could do better.
Alright, Nemen.
It's okay though.
All right, the second blue cube card I'm so excited about. Soul of Ravnica here. It's a 6 mana for 6. It's a flyer, and you get to pay 7.
A plus.
Yep, A
all
plus.
you need.
Draw a card for
Yeah.
each color among permanents you control, and same sort of exile it. And you draw cards for each color.
Well, I mean,
among permanents.
unfortunately, the ability to draw a card is not the greatest because generally you only have 2 colors.
Yeah.
Generally.
Unless you're playing in a cube where you can very easily play 5-color stuff.
Where everything is multicolored.
But I'm just saying.
Then
I'm
it's
saying in
great.
limited.
Yes,
Its
in
abilities,
this,
the abilities for this one is far worse than a lot of the other ones. But
Yeah.
when you take it into account, it's a 6/6 for 6 flyer.
Mhm.
That makes
Alright.
it fully playable.
It's like a giant flyer. Why
Yeah.
would you not play this?
No, yeah,
obviously,
that's-
if you're blue, you're playing this year pre-release.
Yeah.
Shut up and just do it.
just do it.
Yep.
Stop arguing.
No, I'm just saying. All right.
Oh no.
Statute of Denial. It's an instant counter target spell. If you control a blue creature, draw a card, then discard a card.
All right.
It's okay. I would not play it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Dismiss is better. Dismiss
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
It's a 1 for 1. Stormtide Leviathan, on the other hand, is also not great. but for 8 mana, so you get an 8 for 8 mana. That's a lot of mana, by the way. It has Island Walk, which is sweet, and all lands are islands in addition to the other type, so it's unblockable. And creatures without flying or Island Walk can't attack. So yeah, obviously, if you get this guy out, you're gonna win the game.
Right.
Cool. Good
It
job.
is a
I killed you
finisher.
before you got it out.
But it is not like amazing.
No.
If you're
This is
playing
like,
that, if you're playing that wall deck,
Yeah.
and that's the best bomb you got, great. You can finish the game with it.
Sure.
But,
Or if you're in like
it's-
some kind of stingy control deck. I don't want to put this in my tempo deck.
No.
no, but if it's a bomb, you get it out there, it wins.
I like Sure, in that sense, if you play it, you pretty much win. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's an A. I think it's like
No,
an A.
So-
it's
No. I think. I don't know.
In the
I-
right deck, it's like an A+, but
Right.
in every other
I
deck,
can. Yeah. I give
It's
it a
not-
C.
Sure. C.
Solid. You're happy if it's like, okay, I needed something else in there, sort of a bomb. I couldn't really get anything else solid
Yeah.
enough, so you're okay with it being in your deck.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not pissed off. You're
Right. So turn to frog though. 2 mana make a frog.
Why don't they just call it Hex? Just like we're gonna stick
right.
the name.
Yep.
Right.
If you want to talk to us about copying, then we'll talk to you. But we're taking.
I like the flavor too. You know, ribbit. That's all it's got. Good stuff.
Yeah. So this one, remember that spell that turned everything into a frog? This one does a double thing.
Yep.
It's like a trick.
It's a decent combat trick.
Yeah, I like it. It doesn't have the same crazy blowouts that the other one does, because that one you can like, all right, block all your guys. Okay, eat your team. No, I eat your team. Lol. And you have to say lol after that, because it's just like.
I mean, it gets rid of big stuff. So you have a soul out or something. They have a soul out and they block with it, and you just be like, turn to frog.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, exactly. It's gonna help you kill a guy. I hesitate to call it a removal spell, but you know.
Yeah.
You can also. It's a trick.
Yep.
I think.
It's playable.
Good trick though. Yeah.
All right. Void Snare. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So this targets everything but lands. For 1 and a sorcery, it's playable.
Yeah. It's not amazing.
Nope, but it's playable.
It's fine. I'd rather have what's that one called? Unsummon? Yeah. It's the speed one. Right. Yeah. Like a C. Some minus here.
Yeah.
You have to be in the right deck. This isn't a control card. This is like a tempo card.
Mm-hmm. So. It'll help you out in situations.
Yeah, there's no Ophidian in this set.
Nope. All right, now, man, what's next? Or Brandon, you got the next one.
Yeah, bruh. Wall of Frost.
Take my thunder.
Yeah, you know what, man, you can actually have this one. Yeah.
I'm just. I gotta say, I'm happy. M14, we had it, and I was a little bit nervous that they weren't gonna reprint it, but they obliged. Wall of Frost.
What would you play in standard with that Wall of Frost?
Phoenix, come on now. You can make.
Like, how you can play Phoenix like your best one? 7 toughness.
7 toughness is great, and so that's why I was going to be really upset if they made me get rid of that deck. But no, it still exists. Wall of Frost, 3 mana, 0/7, great. Delay the game. Do what you need to do. Name and seal.
If you're really just digging for a draw, it'll do.
Yeah, or if you just want to just annoy people and say you got to have some sort of evasion because you're not getting through this. It's great.
Yeah. This card is surprisingly hard to get through, like with just attacking creatures, because it's 0 power. But like, it's such a pain.
Yes. All the freezing all the time.
You're getting like 2 damage in a turn. It's just, it feels bad.
Yeah.
Fire 3 creatures in a turn. Yeah. All right. So I'll take name. It's Welkin Turn. This is what's that one called? From Air Elemental.
Yeah.
No, it's not it. Cloud something.
Air Server or Cloud Server or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
it's just
It's just a reprint.
2/1 flyers that can only block flyers.
Yep.
They just wanted to make it into a bird.
Yep.
Again, this is like a card that's going to be sweet in a tempo deck. If you're controlling blue deck, you don't want this. But yeah, pretty sweet if you're like bouncing stuff and whatnot. Anyway.
All right. Moving on to black. There's a lot of reprints in black I actually saw. So, Accursed Spirit, yet again, just another reprint. But it's a solid card. Intimidate. If you can get your hands on this and you're playing someone that doesn't have black, you will win the game with just this card.
Yeah, I was very happy with Accursed Spirit and M14. Also because it was a bit of a slower format. You could just win with Accursed Spirit.
Yep.
We have yet to see the speed of it, but it's looking a bit faster than M14. But I still like Accursed Spirit as a card.
It's gonna be your dude who kills them in a like a slow blue-black deck or something. It's gonna get the job done. It's not gonna do it fast.
Wall of Frost, run Accursed Spirit. It's great.
Yep. All right, Brandon.
So Black Cat is a 1 mana 2
another
2
reprint.
mana 1. Yeah, it's another reprint. It wasn't in M14.
Nope.
So that's worth mentioning. When Black Cat dies, target opponent discards card. It being at random is pretty good. I don't know if this card's great. You'll probably play it. You'll be like, all right, cat. And the dream is to block like a 1 toughness guy with it. Just get the 2 roll.
Yeah, if you can get a 2/1, it's great.
Not common to get that. But yeah, I mean, this is like a C minus, D plus maybe.
Yeah. I'm with Brandon on this.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Exciting.
Next.
Blood Host. 5 mana, 3/3. Pay 2 mana. Sack another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Host, and you gain 2 life. Eh.
I like it
That's-
for one. I like it for 2.
Yeah.
I like the ability, and it's playable.
Yeah, I think it's definitely playable. I just like whenever you get value from like if one of your creatures are gonna die and it's just like for free, at least this way you get some kind of value out of it.
Yeah. You can make something
And if
out
they're
of it.
like targeting this with a spell, you can fizzle the spell if it's like kill target creature, draw a card or something.
Yep.
I don't think it's in the set, but so it's pretty good for that. Yeah, I like this card. I think it's like a C.
All right, Carrion Crow, 3-drop flyer for 2 or 3/3, 2/2 for 3 flying. When it only enters the battlefield tapped, so it makes it kind of worse at that point. It's
like
playable. It's like a C. It's playable.
It's a 2-power flyer
And
for 3
since
mana.
it's a common, you might get multiples. So
It's fine.
Yep.
I'll play this card.
Yep.
It's a C, C minus.
all right, Brandon.
Caustic Tar.
No,
Favorite card
just move
set. No, man. Listen, 6 mana, make your opponent dead in X turns. That is fine.
If you're running
there
that
are, like,
blue
okay,
black
listen.
slower
Yeah.
deck,
If you're running
It's-
blue black walls, I
it's-
want this card.
it's a win
Okay,
condition right
then
there.
you run it in blue black walls.
I don't
Okay.
want to play that deck, but Nanman will surely do it.
Just you wait.
Damn it.
After this weekend, it'll be great, guys.
Yeah,
Alright.
let us know when you play Caustic Tar, because I know you're gonna do it. I'm probably
Alright.
gonna do it at some point. Be like, oh, this deck's weird, jank. It's fine. It's like a D.
Yeah.
All right, man. What's next?
Child of the Night. 2 mana for 2/1 lifelinker.
It's a
vampires.
reprint. It's
It
great.
is. It's been around
Yeah,
for a
we
while.
saw it in last course set.
Yep, and it was played in the last core set.
It's fine.
So
I think this course is a little different, but you know, if you're in the
Yeah.
black-white life gain deck with the Johnny's things,
Mhm.
it's fine. It's also just like a 2/1 lifelinker for 2.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Think of a C.
I'll play it.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Covenant
Me.
of
Too long
Blood.
time for pushing.
All right, Covenant of Blood. It's a 7-drop,
Ugh.
but it's got Convoke and it deals 4 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 4 life.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
like-
the worst in the world because it's got Convoke. So
I don't know. Like putting Convoke on something that's super expensive doesn't just instantly make it playable. I think
No.
this is probably okay. 4 damage to a creature or player is a lot of damage, so it probably just kills something, like their biggest thing. But yeah, it really depends on how slow the format is. If it's a slower format where you're gonna have a lot of dudes that just kind of sit there and do nothing, like your Child Knights just can't attack, then this is gonna be way better than if it's a fast format where everybody's attacking. I kind of hope it's a slower format. Theros has been pretty quick, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind something.
I like core sets when they are a little bit slower to make you slow down, think a little bit more about things.
Yeah.
And,
I think core set drafts are actually like way harder to draft than like Theros was. Theros
Yeah.
is like, all right, I took a dude that said heroic on it, and then I took a bunch of combat tricks on it. Good
Yep.
job. This is I took magic cards and then played them properly, and then I won.
uh-huh.
So. Is it me? Oh, Crippling Blight. Yeah, sorry about that. So Crippling Blight is 1 mana, enchanted creature, gets -1/-1, and can't block. If you're like really aggressive, I think this card's gonna be fine. If you're not,
Yeah.
do not touch this. It's terrible.
Right. Have no part
Yeah,
of it.
it's like Viper's Kiss was better because it could stop activated abilities, and in Theros
Was-
block, like Monstrosity was a thing. This is not great.
Yeah, don't really care.
Yeah.
But Cruel Sadist, no.
I'm
Another
kind
one.
of looking forward to this one.
Yep.
Cost 1 for a 1/1 here. Black, tap it, pay 1 life, put a 1/1 counter on it. Pay 3 mana, tap it, remove X +1/+1 counters on Cruel Sadist, and deal X damage to our creatures.
Yep,
All right.
I like this one.
This is super slow.
Mm-hmm.
This
It's-
card, like if it goes off, it's sweet, but it just takes forever.
Takes a little bit to make it happen, but at least it's a 1-drop, like decently valuable creature for 1.
Yeah, this
So.
is one of the guest designer cards.
Yep,
Um,
I do like
I
it though.
the guy who made this one. I don't know. Like, it's really going to depend on the format. If the format's slow enough where this card can just take over, it's going to be sweet. If it's too fast and like this card just can't catch up, that's going to be really bad.
It's.
It all depends on the format. Like a lot of these cards, you can't say for sure. They're going to be really good in some situations, quite poor in others. At worst, I think it's going to be a sideboard card that you can board in certain matchups, like with your control deck. Yeah, I give this at least like a C.
Yep, same here. Endless Obedience. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one if you can do a reanimator situation. I haven't seen too much of that in M15 yet. So, but when you can convoke it down pretty easily and you can put a target creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield or just target creature, so it's not one you can control. So this makes it kind of fun because if you're playing someone that's got a bomb in their graveyard, just take their bomb.
Yeah, I think this card's gonna be sweet in like a really controlling deck. Again, like I feel like a lot of these black cards are pretty controlling.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting there and you're just killing their stuff, like you've got a bunch of like flesh to dust and stuff like that, straights, and you're just like you're waiting and waiting and waiting until like, all right, 7/7, you're like, I gotta kill that. So I like that. It can be a win condition if you just don't have one in your deck. So. Also, you know, Liliana is, I don't know what she's doing, but it's really sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, you got the next one.
Yeah, Eternal Thirst. I will say right now, the flavor / artwork in this card is amazing. It's really good.
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, can we say vampire?
It's an angel, though. Look. It's an angel wings. It's an angel vampire. It was sick as, like, okay. If this core set had any flavor, it would be Homelands. I hope we have returned to Homelands at some point. That would be sweet. Although everybody hated that because it was top down and it shouldn't have been. It'd be cool. Anyway, Eternal Thirst is turn that guy into a vampire. So enchanted creature has lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. No, it's not very good, guys. I don't want to play this.
It's okay.
I do not want to play
this.
This is
an F.
It's nothing that I'm not really happy about. But Feast of the Fallen, though, 3-mana enchantment that says the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent lost life last turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So I like these, like at the beginning of your upkeep if something happened.
It reminds me of like those ones you had to put quest counters on.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Zendikar block or whatever. But like the effect just isn't very powerful.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I like this very much.
Yeah, I'm giving it like a D plus on it. Like it's
it's playable.
I don't know. Even so, like it's kind of one of those cards where I'm like, I guess I can make this work in my deck, kind of thing. But I'm not really that happy about throwing it in as of yet. Then again, I haven't really looked at all the red stuff to see like what sort of burn stuff is in there that it could be pretty cool.
There's not much.
No.
Okay, so like even like a red-black deck, you probably aren't that happy about having it in.
The best I could see this doing is if you have like that intimidate guy and you just hit him every turn and it gets bigger every turn.
Yep.
I don't know if it's good enough. Like, what was that card? You enchant a creature and it gets a +1/+1 counter on your upkeep.
Yeah.
From like Gatecrash or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. I don't think this is much better.
Yeah.
The 3 mana is a lot.
All right.
So I'm giving this one an F as well.
Is this? I'm up next, right?
Not something that impresses me. Yeah, go for it.
Fester Gloom. It's a sorcery 3. Non-black creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. Not too bad. I mean, so far we've seen not a ton of 1 toughness creatures. So
it's something that I would put in my sideboard.
It's definitely. I feel like it's just straight up sideboard. It's oh great, I'm fighting a deck, but now I got some guys that's got some 1/1s or 2/1s, or if they're going to attack in, I might be able to block and then play this on my end step, my second main, and then clear out the board.
It's just like, is this gonna clear the board?
I don't know. Like,
yeah. I think
it's a sideboard card.
Sure. Where I want this is versus that white deck that has all the tokens.
Yep.
I think that's about it. But it's a super huge blowout versus that
Yep.
deck. Yeah, it's pretty
Yep. All right.
it's
Moving on.
like a D.
Yeah.
So Flesh to Dust, 5 mana, destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated. This is the removal that's good in our format. I wouldn't call it premier removal. I wouldn't call it like top rated removal, but it's decent. There was a card in
at least it's
M14.
instant.
Yeah, there was the card in M14, 5 mana, destroy a creature, sorcery speed, but then you add 3 black mana, and that got played quite a bit. That was something I picked like, 3rd through 6th. So it was a pretty decent removal spell. I think this is probably a little bit better, just because instant speed is really nice. But it's still not Doomblade.
No.
This is not Doomblade. Or like Terror or anything. That's it. I mean, I give this like a B minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's removal, and you're gonna pick removal pretty highly, so.
Yeah, of course. Removal is the good stuff.
All right, man.
Also, sweet candles and shit.
It looks sweet, yeah. So we've got our reprinted zombie here. Gravedigger. Costs 4 for a 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, turn target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Not the
Here's
worst
my
thing
question.
in the world.
Is he about to eat that body?
Yes, he is.
That's
I
going
don't
on here,
think,
right?
I don't think that's the case.
Yes, he is.
I've never known. Cause he's a zombie, man. He might eat dead people.
That he eats living people.
He's a little.
Maybe he's lonely is what it is. That's why he's staring longingly into its eyes. You're my friend. Thank you for me digging you up. We can now be zombie friends for the rest of our undead lives.
All right, moving on.
Sad lives.
This was our first hint that Garruk was going to be a multicolor or at least black planeswalker.
Yeah.
In Garruk's wake, destroy all creatures you do not control and all planeswalkers you do not control. For
Commander.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
This is not seeing much play anywhere but Commander.
It's a flavor. It's a flavor is all it is.
Yeah, it's like you can be like, yeah, cool. Trade Finder.
Right. It's a post Innistrad block flavor.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Man, Garrick looks pretty messed up, I will say.
Yeah,
he's coming for you. So yeah, this is an F. Don't play it.
Yep.
Indulgent Tormentor is a 5/3 flyer for 5. Okay, I will already play that.
He's the black card you get when you pick black.
Yeah, this is the black card. So 5/3 flyer for 5. I'm already playing it. Let's just move on. It's already a B, or not move on, but let's read the rest of the text. It's like a B from that. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. Yeah. Alright, man. It's a Punisher mechanic, so that kind of sucks. If it was like, you either draw a card, or you make them sack, or you make them lose 3, it'd be sick. But it's still pretty good.
You know what? This is an A to me. I play this every time I see it.
Oh yeah, I think I agree. Like, even just attacking with the 5/3 flyer is really good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
having this ability where you at least get them to lose 3 life, I think that's usually what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's like hit you for 8.
Yep. It's like 8 for 5, which I'm completely cool with.
It's very good.
So
A. I think we can probably all agree.
Yeah,
man.
pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
All right, Nan-Man.
All right, more slivers. Leeching sliver here. 2 mana, 1/1. Whenever a sliver you control attacks, defending player loses a life.
It's a sliver and we'll get played unlimited. Sadly.
Yeah, there you go. It's a
Yep.
sliver. All you guys that are like, oh, I want to play slivers. Here's a sliver for you.
Too bad.
Yeah.
We'll remind everyone that's watching there's only 5 slivers.
Yeah, exactly. If there were enough slivers, then you could play them, but they're just hard.
So, onward
I know.
and upward.
Liliana Vess. So I'm going to say this right now. Liliana the Veil was slated to be in this set.
That's what I was like. They really set it up like they should have. I'm pretty upset.
They actually said Liliana the Veil was supposed to be in this set, but they nixed it because they felt she would be too strong in this standard.
Yep.
I agree.
But
I still think they should have done it, so she would have gone down in price and made it better for all those stuff
try
that I
to
could
get
play.
into Mock, like me,
Yeah.
who needs 4 Liana the Veil. Cause
I have
cards are
my 8.
expensive.
I have my 8. And
Well, send
one
me 4
playset.
and I'll stop complaining.
No, because one playset's foiled. No.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the people. So Mark Rosewater ruined the set for me because he made Model Black too good.
Yeah.
But I mean, Vess is not bad. She's good, and you're gonna play her because you can either make a target player discard a card, or you could just tutor up something out of your library.
Yeah, sick and limited. Oh,
Yeah.
I tutored my bomb, which I moved my other ones, and then I just made you start discarding cards. Or if it's really late, you just make them discard their hand and then raise the dead. Like,
and what's great is you combo it with that Sphinx, so you get creatures, put it in your hand, and then they guess what mana cost it is.
No, it doesn't.
You don't have to reveal it. It just goes to your hand. And
Yeah.
No, all the creatures from all graveyards go to the battlefield.
Oh no, I was talking about her -2.
Oh, you're talking about the tutor.
No,
Yeah,
you know what? I cannot wait when I draft her or play with her in limited and just -8 her and take all the creatures and be like, Alpha, go.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be. It's not even gonna be. It's gonna be the full arm. I'm just gonna put it down on all the creatures and just turn them.
Yeah. It's just like this card is now soured for me. I'm thinking of taking it out of my cube. I just don't want it in there because it was supposed to be Liliana the Veil, and I want my playset. I'm mad.
Yeah,
so annoying. Anyway,
I am too. But moving on.
It would have broken the standard though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't think Theros is actually a very good set. We should do a show recapping Theros. Now, the time has already passed. I didn't like the set. Let's move on.
All right, move on.
Mind Rod!
Don't we usually review sets right before they rotate anyway?
Yeah,
we do.
that. Or, yeah, we'll do that then. Alright, that sounds good.
It's like nothing's rotated yet.
Yeah, that's fair. So Mind Rot is a card that's in like every core set ever. So it's 3 mana.
It's like divination. It's
like, I don't know, negative divination.
negative divination.
Instead of you getting happy you're playing Mind Rot.
The anti-divination.
All right, moving on.
It's like a D.
Yeah, man.
Necrobites. We've seen this all the time. Death Touch
this is-
regenerate for 3. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yep.
You get stuff that have Death Touch. It doesn't die. Cool.
This is one of those tricks that is really close to a removal spell, but it's still just a trick. So.
Yep. All right, Necrogen Scudder.
Yeah, the scooter.
Flying 3/3 for 3, which automatically makes it good. When it enters the battlefield, you lose 3 life. So, am I going to play it? Yes, because it's a 3 for 3. So, and it's got flying.
Yeah, this card's pretty decent. Flying 3/3s are pretty decent.
That's what it needs to do.
I like attacking with flying 3/3s.
Yep.
Did you guys know that?
We all do.
You should, if you play Magic, you should like attacking with flying.
Yeah, it practically just has Phyrexian mana, but you have to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5/5 flying 3 in black is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Necromancer's Assistant, 3 mana for a 3/1. Alright, sure. When Necromancer's Assistant enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. So this works well with anything that interacts with your graveyard, which is not very much in this set.
Nope.
It goes well with that reanimate thing, Endless Obedience, because then you like play this and you can use it for Convoke. But other than that, I'm not a fan.
Nope. I just no.
Yeah, I'd have played this in that green-black deck in Theros Bullock Draft.
Yep. All right, now, man.
All right, where are we at now? Our stockpile guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 mana enchantment here. Pay 2 mana, discard a card. Has to be a creature though, for you to get something good out of it. Draw a card. If the discard card was a zombie card though, you get to put a zombie onto the battlefield. 2/2 guy.
Yeah, so
it basically just generates stuff.
Pseudo looting.
Yeah.
Like you can pitch a card to draw a card. So you can like get rid of lands. But I mean, like obviously, if you pitch a creature it has to be a zombie.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's basically saying if you're playing a zombie deck, which you're
Yeah.
not really gonna be doing.
Yeah.
In
Hey now, don't be mean to Necromancer's Assistant. You know,